In 2014, OWC selected Dutch Creek to pilot an Adopt a Watershed approach to demonstrate grassroots stewardship and evaluate progress on our Headwaters Action Plan. In this video, we're going to talk about Dutch Creek as a restoration site. All of the footage you're seeing is from a restoration event in September of 2020. Dutch Creek was selected due to a number of criteria. It's a very popular area and busy landscape, including forestry, grazing, random camping, and quadding. It's accessible with a high density of linear features like roads and trails, and has a high connectivity to streams. There are key fish species at risk, including native West Slope cutthroat trout and bull trout. Its popularity amongst campers and OHV riders meant that there was a high opportunity for public education and involvement in this watershed as well. Together with partners and volunteers, OWC has hosted several stream bank restoration events along Dutch Creek in 2015 and 2016. Now, the recreation management plan has been completed for the area, and the Government of Alberta is investing in fixing up trails, closing fords, and installing bridges in Dutch Creek. OWC is supporting this work by planting more willows and helping to revegetate stream banks that have been damaged by cattle and/or excessive motorized vehicle use. OWC is building capacity in community groups and partner organizations by helping to train them in bioengineering techniques like willow planting. One group we're working with is the Blackfoot Confederacy, which comprises 4 nations in southern Alberta and Montana: the Kainai Blood Tribe, Siksika, Pagan Pikani, and Amskapi Pikuni. The Blackfoot Confederacy's native trout recovery project advances the conservation and recovery of the West Slope cutthroat trout and bull trout species and their habitats. Habitat restoration is one component of the project. On September 16, 2020, OWC, Cows and Fish, and members of the Blackfoot Confederacy met at Dutch Creek to share knowledge and restore stream banks. This is the footage that you're seeing right now. Following a brief safety talk and demonstration, we donned hearing protection, spread out, went off in pairs, and started to plant stakes near the creek. The willows had been harvested in the spring when they were dormant and had stored carbohydrates in their stems. They were kept frozen all summer. A week earlier, they were brought out of cold storage and left to soak in the creek so that they were thawed and well hydrated when we planted them. To plant a willow stake, a custom-made planting bar is first driven deeply into the soil using a sledgehammer. The deeper it goes in, the better. 2 to 3 feet is ideal. The planting bar is pulled out and willow is inserted bottom end down. The soil is tamped down around the willow, and the top is cut off, leaving about 4 to 6 inches sticking out above the ground. This way the willow won't dry out, and it's encouraged to produce plenty of roots below the ground. We also tried a couple of other bioengineering techniques, such as burying bundles of willows called fascines. At the September 2020 event, Cows and Fish demonstrated the construction of live smiles, weaving fresh willow branches between a couple of planted stakes to form a fence that will catch sediment and keep it out of the creek. Willows have cultural significance to the nations in the Blackfoot Confederacy and play an important ecological role in shading and keeping sediment out of the creek. By exchanging knowledge and sharing techniques at partner events like this, we hope to strengthen communities and improve the health of our headwaters, the birthplace of our water.